The Acts of Geekery Podcast is rated T for teen. Probably. You are not prepared for the Acts of Geekery Podcast, episode 46.
I wasn't prepared for that.
No. I'm Cory.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the Brothers Geek, here to bring you all the geeky things in the world of geekdom, whether you want them or not.
Yes. All of them. Take it. You have to listen to them.
It's like trying to
It's not like
you
you can skip forward in this at all.
Nope.
There's no such thing like that in technology.
Nope. You can't just skip forward to the news.
I'm bored. Let's go.
How can you be bored already?
Yeah, we just barely started.
That just says something about our show. Professor Farnsworth is bored.
Yeah, we've only got maybe a minute worth of good content before we're done.
I don't know if I'd call it good, but it's content, that's for sure.
It's bronze, at least.
Yes.
We're going to start with birthdays, as usual. Mm-hmm. And we will start, should we go youngest to oldest or oldest to youngest?
Oldest to youngest.
So we're going to start out with the I can't believe he's 93.
The death metal rock god himself.
He actually played Death before, too.
Yes.
Christopher Lee is 93 years old.
He's also known for Saruman.
Saruman.
Yep. And he released a death metal Christmas album where he sings and plays, and it's amazing. Just check it out.
Yep. So happy birthday to him on the 27th. And the other side of the wizard coin for Lord of the Rings, Ian McKellen, actually turned 76.
He's the one that played the guy in Harry Potter, right?
I know you did that for the joke, but I still want to feel like I should take a geek card away from you.
Have a geek card.
He turned 76 on May 25th.
And he still has a bromance with Patrick Stewart going on strong.
Yep. Moving down the list, I can't believe Paul Bettany is 44 years old.
I can. I've seen him in a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Most recently, The Vision.
Yes.
Fantastic.
He was a visionary vision.
Yes.
Yep. His birthday was on the 27th as well. And then today, the 31st, is Colin Farrell's birthday. He is 39. And the reason why I bring him up is because he was Bullseye in that awful Daredevil movie.
That's true. That's true, he was.
And he was in Total Recall. That's two geeky movies.
Reboot.
Yeah.
Not the original.
No.
He didn't get his ass to Mars.
No, he didn't.
He got it to England, I think, or
it's
whatever
like,
it was.
Get your ass through the core of the world.
Yeah. That was actually really cool.
I liked it. So, moving on to the news. Yep. We've got sad news.
Not a death, though.
No.
It's not a death.
It's the death of a franchise. Does that count?
For now. I'd say.
Disney has pulled the plug on Tron 3. So now, Scott, you said this is technically Tron 2 because you don't think that the first Tron actually counts.
No, I didn't say it was technically, because if it was technically, that would mean my geek would be revoked. No, I consider it Tron 2 because Tron Legacy was kind of it was so far apart from the first one. Mm-hmm. Talking like 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
You know,
it really feels like
pretty
a
much
reboot.
like a Tron 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
but if you're kind of disappointed in that, you can go find the petition that fans are doing to try and have Disney change their mind. Sorry, fans, it's not really going to work. Disney kind of knows what they're doing.
I hope that Disney's just like, we're just going to hold off for a little bit. And then we'll come back to it. Because there's been a lot of chatter about it.
Yeah, sadly, Tron hasn't really gotten that much... it didn't do very well.
It doesn't have that big of a following.
No. It's got like a cult following, which it always had.
Yeah.
But not enough... I mean, if Firefly can't get back on the air, Tron, then again, Firefly's Fox, which is completely
I actually
different.
read something, a quote from Malcolm Reynolds Nathan Fillion. Same person to me. They're both the same person. Where he says that Firefly is a great show for the simple fact that it's never had a chance to be bad.
Exactly.
It had one season of every episode you learned something new. You got to learn these characters. It was just, I can't think of an episode in Firefly that was bad. That I look at and I'm like, that was a dumb episode. I like them all. And not because I'm just super fanboy, which I am.
Yeah.
I am super fanboy. But I enjoy every single one. And he is totally right. It's never had a chance to really just be bad. And I'm actually kind of glad for that. I hate the fact that it's gone.
Yeah.
But I'm glad for the fact that it we didn't get to go, well, season 3 and 4 really sucked.
Yeah,
but it picked up again in 5.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I like the fact that I'm like, yeah, Firefly. Yeah, it was only one season, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I think American Horror Story had this problem.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody loved season 1. It was absolutely fantastic, but because it was a horror anthology, so they were doing a different story every season, a different self-contained story. Season 2, people didn't like it as much because it wasn't what they were used to.
If Firefly ever comes back, and we've talked about this before, that's what they need to do. They need to do self-contained seasons and not have one crew across multiple seasons. You've got a new crew for each season and new ships and new adventures and things like that. So.
Well, that's why American Horror Story works so well, in my opinion, is because if you don't like season 2, guess what? It doesn't affect season 1. Season 1 is still there. It's still fantastic.
Aren't they on like season 4 now?
Yeah, so they did 1, 2, 3, 4. They're actually gearing up for season 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, season 1 was the Haunted House. Season 2 was the Asylum. 3 was the Coven of Witches, which was actually really good. I enjoyed season 3. And then 4 was the Freak Show, the the circus show.
And I honestly haven't watched. The only thing I've watched is whatever I walk into the room and you guys are playing on
exactly.
TV, while you're eating dinner or something.
I didn't think Asylum was that bad. It definitely wasn't the quality of the first season, but
So speaking of like evil things
and petitions.
and petitions, Fox's Lucifer is coming out, and
Yes.
we talked about the trailer a couple episodes ago. We really think it looks pretty decent.
Yeah, but we actually argued about this, about how well it was going to do because it's Christian beliefs and everything.
Did I kind of call it?
You kind of called
it.
The group 1 Million Moms has launched a petition to stop Lucifer from airing, saying that it's not, that evil and blah, blah, blah.
It's because all those mommies think he's very attractive, and they can't be attracted to the devil.
Exactly. Now, the problem is I think 1 Million Moms is the group who was like saying that they were all going to line up and go to 50 Shades of Grey together. So you're a bunch of hypocrites.
Hypocrite alert.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hope. Well, I mean, 1 Million Moms isn't going to have any sway on Fox's Lucifer. Hey, moms, if you don't want your kids to watch Lucifer,
don't let them watch it.
Yeah, don't turn on the TV.
Yeah,
seriously,
don't record it. Don't let them watch it. Plain and simple.
Or you know what? Let them watch it and have their own opinions on things.
Oh wow, that's surprising. Yeah.
That's something that'll never happen.
Yeah. Why don't you let your kid form their own opinion? So, whatever.
We have more Transformers news. There was talk, some rumors going around about a Bumblebee spin-off movie, which I don't think has enough in it.
I'm tired of. I'm tired of the word spin-off. I'm tired of movies that are going to be spin-offs of another franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just growing exhausted of it.
I think the problem is that it's because it's fandoms you don't like. Because when you talk about Legends of Tomorrow, you're all for it.
I love Transformers, though, not the movies.
Exactly, and that's the problem. Is this is the movie franchise? But this news is that there's a Transformers origin movie in the works.
I saw this earlier this week. And
what did we always say was the problem with the Transformers movies, Scott?
Too many humans.
And what does Cybertron have? None of?
No humans.
Exactly.
They could have humans, but have them in a zoo as a display, like as the Transformers are walking around.
Look at these weird biological beings.
Yeah, they have to eat plants to live. That's weird.
We lost a few of them because we didn't realize they didn't eat oil.
Yeah, we kept force feeding them oil. They kept dying. We didn't know why.
Sorry, Energon.
Yeah, Energon. I don't know. Maybe get Michael Bay away from it.
Yeah.
Get Michael Bay away from it and get someone that knows how to do movies.
I think he's done, so I think we're getting some other
Guillermo del Toro. Make him do a Transformers movie.
No, he's doing Pacific Rim 2, and that's it.
But make him
and
do
then
the other
3, and then 4.
You keep thinking that, but I think 2 is going to be probably the last one, unless it does really good in theaters, which I don't expect it will.
Oh,
I hate to say that, Corey. I don't want to crush your dreams.
To the however many people listening to this podcast, go see Pacific Rim 2.
All 12 of you.
Yes, all 12 of you.
Go see Pacific Rim 2.
Can you name all 12 of our fans?
No, I can't. There's too many. It's too many.
Now 11, that'd be easy. I always forget what's her name.
Yeah, that girl. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We also got a first look this week. And
I like these, and I like them because it shows, hey, they're actually doing this. They're not just talking about it; they're actually doing it.
And I like it because it means more stuff that we can post on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
We got our first look at Ridley Scott's The Martian, starring the one, the only Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
It looks pretty good.
He's on. Well, so the premise of The Martian is. Yeah. He gets stranded.
Based on a book, right?
It is based off a book, yes. He gets stranded on Mars, an astronaut does, and there's like this huge dust storm coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He can't make it back to the ship. They leave because their window's closing.
Yeah.
And he gets stuck there. He has like 3 days worth of food and stuff left.
Oh, wow.
And so in the next window to get down is like 28 days after that, or 30 days.
Oh, geez.
And so he has to try to survive for 28 days. And he has no contact with people. He has no, like I said, no provisions other than the couple days. Mm-hmm. So the whole point is him trying to survive this huge endeavor. And a lot of people don't like movies like this where it's one person.
Yeah.
Moon is one. Even Tom Hanks.
127 Hours.
Yeah. Tom Hanks. Castaway. Where it's just a single person and they're talking to themselves or they're just doing something. I would be cool with this entire movie.
This is kind of like Castaway in Space.
I would be cool with this entire movie, or almost this entire movie, maybe like 7/8 of it.
Mm-hmm.
No dialogue whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
However, he does talk into like a video journal and stuff. So
well.
I mean, that's okay. He can talk to himself.
Yeah,
but
interesting.
I showed you the pictures of it, and you went, "Oh, I can think of Interstellar and, and his
Dr.
character,
Man.
Dr. Man." And I was like, "No, don't ruin it for me."
Yeah, I hear it's a great book, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
I want to read it before the movie comes out.
God, I've been completely obsessed with audiobooks lately. Scott, I mean, like
I know.
you're talking about reading them, but I think I prefer audiobooks to regular books because the flow of the book goes a lot better and it feels more like a radio drama, which is awesome.
Which is what you like. Mm-hmm. That's why you like the Red Panda stuff and things like that. I'm not a fan because if my brain for some reason doesn't focus, I can't multitask.
Yeah,
no one technically can due to science and your brain.
Yeah.
But I can't jump back and forth between two things. I can't be playing a video game and listening to an audiobook at the same time because I will either miss parts of the video game or I'll miss parts of the audiobook.
Yeah.
If I'm driving around like you do for your job, I loved listening to like podcasts and stuff because all I was doing was driving. And driving was pretty much autopilot.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's kind of scary to think about if you really think about it, but you do go on autopilot. And I mean, I'm fully aware of everything that's going on around me, but I'm listening to the book like enraptured in it.
Yeah. I mean, and I love reading. Don't get me wrong. I love reading. But if I can't even have, I was talking about this with a friend, I can't even have like classical music going on in the background while reading a book because I end up getting distracted by it, or it's just normal human noises. Like when I'm on the train, I hear people, even when people are like talking though, I want to like lean over and be like, shut up, I'm trying to read. I don't do that, but
I can see you on the train doing that.
They have every right to talk on the phone or whatever, but sometimes I'm
just look at him and go
and
just glare at him.
Excuse me. But this is exciting, and Ridley Scott, brilliant.
He does really good with sci-fi.
Brilliant.
So.
Oh, come on, Alien.
Yeah.
So good.
Can't remember what else he did. That makes me such a bad geek.
He did Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, that's the other one that I was thinking of.
And I think he did Aliens. He didn't do Alien 3. That was Joss Whedon, I think, wrote that.
He wrote it. I don't know if he directed
someone else directed it.
Yeah. Moving on. It looks like Stephen Amell is going to wrestle the WWE superstar Stardust.
I saw this. So they've had this like friendly
beef
rivalry on Twitter where they've been tweeting back and forth, and Stardust. It's like, I know who you are, Oliver Stephen Amell. You're the Arrow. He's trying to like. I mean, obviously,
trying to call him out.
It's all a performance, and there's been a couple clips and pictures of the Stardust from WWE, like leaning over the railing and yelling in Stephen Amell's face and stuff like that.
I wonder if when he goes on stage, is he going to be wearing the Arrow outfit without the shirt?
That would be cool.
Just like the mask and the pants on.
He should.
Yep.
He should.
And I also, the other thing that I thought of when I read this, I was like, Stardust sounds more like a stripper name than a WWE star name.
That's true.
Coming to the stage, Stardust.
Well, I wonder who they're going to let win.
Oh, probably. Well, let's see. It'll be the WWE star.
No. Here's what I'm predicting.
Okay.
I'm predicting, and I just thought this up. I'm predicting they're going to wrestle for a little bit, the two of them.
Okay.
And then another big bad guy is going to come out that everyone hates, and they're going to team up, and they're going to have a superhero team up, basically, to beat him down.
That or it's going to look like Stardust is going to pin him, and then all of a sudden Grant Gustin's going to run out with a chair and smash him in the back.
As the Flash.
Yes.
No,
I think you're right, though. I think they're going to be fighting, and then they're going to be like, it's Triple H!
Yeah. I don't know. That's the only other person, maybe the evil dude that digs graves.
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
We know wrestling.
I kept thinking Gravedigger, but I'm like, no, that's a monster truck. They would both lose. They couldn't body slam a monster truck.
Why would you put us up against this?
Although I'd pay to watch it.
Yep. You know who Robert Rodriguez is, Scott?
Sounds familiar.
He's a fantastic director. He did Planet Terror.
Oh, that's right.
From Dusk Till Dawn, I think was his too.
Mm-hmm.
He does a lot of good bad or B quality stuff, like campy. And he's
really good at it.
Oh, he's very good at it. He actually is going to direct the live-action Johnny Quest movie.
I don't even know what Johnny Quest is.
I don't even know what Johnny Quest is either. I was hoping you would know.
I know the name of it.
I love the research that we do on this podcast.
Yeah.
I just totally did something I didn't want to.
You just ruin the internet.
I am. I'm just going to ruin the podcast.
There's Cory ruining the internet.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's look up Johnny Quest here.
I don't know what it is. I think it was an old cartoon show.
It is an old cartoon, so...
Yeah, it looks to me like a Hanna-Barbera style.
You know what? It is.
Johnny Quest.
Mm-hmm. A boy named Johnny Quest who accompanies his father on extraordinary adventures.
You want to know why we don't know anything about it?
From 1960s?
1964 to 1965. I mean, I feel old, but I'm not that old.
Oh, look, obligatory mixed race kid.
Yeah, no kidding. With a turban.
Yep.
With a turban.
Back when turbans weren't that bad. But yeah, so awesome. We'll have to see where that leads. We'll see if he sticks to the children's version or if he goes a more adult version. Because with these shows, you could go adult and be fine because all the people who grew up with that cartoon are now adults.
Yeah. And if you try to make it kid-friendly, they won't like it.
No.
So, I don't know.
We also have another reboot coming.
This one I'm actually really excited for.
Me too, even though I liked the first one.
I really did like the first one.
Despite how everybody else hated the first one, we're talking about The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That movie, to me, is one of those movies where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I kind of forgot what what most of it's about. Let's watch it. And then I have a lot of fun through the whole thing.
Yeah. We quote that movie all the time. We quote that Africa will never let anybody die,
true.
Or to have somebody make him turn left, boy.
Yes, turn left, boy.
But we're getting a reboot of that, so that sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Fox looks like they're gearing up to keep the rights to that. I guess.
Is that like owned by DC or something?
I don't know. I think it might be owned by somebody. I mean. If so, usually the contract would be over by now.
Yeah. I mean, the original one you've got Alan Quartermain, played by Sean Connery. Mm-hmm. You've got the bride of Dracula. Isn't that who she is?
Yes. It's actually Mina Harker.
Mina Harker.
Who is the bride of Jonathan Harker, the main character in Dracula, the main human.
Yes.
The one who goes to Dracula's castle, and she ended up getting turned by Dracula.
That's true. Mm-hmm. You've got Dorian Gray
from Portrait of Dorian Gray.
Got Mr. Jekyll and Hyde.
Yep. Captain Nemo.
Yep. And his awesome ship,
30,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
The Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm. And Tom Sawyer, who I believe was an added character. I think Tom Sawyer and Captain Nemo might have been added characters.
That's okay
because it was based on a graphic novel.
I thought that it worked really well, and
I did too.
I thought Dorian Gray was probably my favorite character.
He's great.
Yeah. But that's cool. They're doing a reboot. It's been how long? Jeez, that was like 2001, I think, is when the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been 14 years already.
03, actually. Sorry.
03.
Mm-hmm.
So,
11, 12 years. But yeah, I think we should get a new one. Hopefully they can do it to the justice that geeks like. I kind of always feel like maybe I'm not a good geek if I like something that other geeks don't. But then I realize that I'm just better than everybody else.
Talking about reboot, that brings up a really good point. When is the time limit for a reboot? How is it? A decade? Is it 20 years? Is it 30 years before you reboot a franchise? If it's, I think it's like if it's 10 years, within 10 years,
going off the Sony scale, it's about
sequel.
6 months.
Yeah, no kidding. Freaking Fantastic Four and Spider-Man.
I think where you where you can qualify it as a reboot, or when you should reboot it.
Both.
Okay, so when you can qualify it as a reboot is whenever you start the franchise over from the beginning.
True.
And you get new actors to play the characters and everything like that.
I still think that though, if it's within like 10 years, they should not do a reboot. They should always do sequels.
Yeah.
But then again, there's movies like The Green Lantern, which I kind of enjoyed, but it wasn't great. However, I really think that needs to be rebooted.
Yeah,
because it was not good.
But I think that you could do good with the sequel and do a different Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner,
but then
or
it
John
wouldn't
Stewart.
really be a sequel. It'd just be kind of it'd almost be like a spin-off, like we talked about.
Yeah, well,
because it'd be a totally different character. I'm talking like a Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
I just don't care enough about Hal Jordan to want him to be Green Lantern anymore.
You don't. I do.
I
What about an Alan Scott Green Lantern movie?
I would absolutely love an Alan Scott Green Lantern movie.
I figured as
like
much.
anything Earth 2. You said that you've been reading a lot of Earth 2 lately, comic-wise.
Yeah, I just read an issue of Earth 2 World's End, and oh my gosh.
What
did I yell out to you?
You're like, you just kept saying like, they keep pulling at my heart.
Yeah. Why do they keep toying with my heart like this? Yeah. So.
Godzilla is now a resident of Japan officially. He has his official residency papers and everything.
He doesn't just live in international waters anymore.
Nope. He lives in Japanese waters now.
I want to see the movie about Godzilla going through all the bureaucracy of becoming a citizen and having to take like the citizenship test and going in and like signing his name on the paperwork.
To go to court for it.
Yeah.
Him in a suit and a tie sitting at a desk.
The president of Japan gives him a pardon.
Yeah.
We know you've destroyed like half of our city multiple times, but
you've saved us from
you've
monsters.
Also save us, so we'll give you a pardon. No, he do his his normal scream.
That's true. Scott, are you ready to lose a lot of money?
If you're talking about like when my T-shirt websites put shirts I like on sale, or when books go on sale,
I am talking about a
sale.
I am talking about a sale. We just barely had a leak for when the Steam summer sale is going to happen this year.
Losing it implies that I don't know where it's going.
Yeah,
I know
true.
exactly where it's going.
It's going to go towards a bunch of cheap video games coming out.
Every year I end up buying like 5 to 10 video games that I've been waiting for years.
Yeah, and like Skyrim. I bought Skyrim for like $5 last year.
Sorry, I'm not playing footsie with you. I'm trying to stretch my leg out.
I'm wondering what's going on. But the Steam summer sale will be going from June 11th, and it will last until June 20th.
Dang it.
So
is there do we know what's going on sale yet?
No, usually they'll come out every day and they'll tell you, and then you'll go, oh, I'm going to buy that, and that. Probably,
like Amazon. Just like Amazon and 2 days ago on Friday, they had an Amiibo sale.
Yeah, thanks for telling me about this, by the way.
Like I said, I didn't know about it until there was like 30 minutes left in it. And I bought a bunch of Amiibos.
How much were they, by the way?
Some of them were like $12. $12 shipped.
Okay.
So like Sonic and Bowser were $12. But then a couple like Mega Man. I got Mega Man and I got Captain Falcon. They were a little more. And
$12 seems like the normal price for Amiibos.
No, the normal price is $15.
Okay.
If you go anywhere, like GameStop, Walmart, Target,
Toys R Us,
they're all 15 to 18.
I swear I got mine for 12.
But the difference is not the price. The sale was the fact that Amazon released every single one that they have ever produced.
Oh wow, the ones that
You can't find anymore, supposedly in stores.
I feel so bad that I missed it.
I think they might still have some, so you might have to go look. I
might have to go look at that. Yeah. So look out for, if you're a big game fan, Steam is actually a really great way to get games.
Or, well, I thought you meant for the amiibos. Or if you just like the figures.
We're going back to Steam now.
Yes, okay. We'll go back to Steam.
If you actually don't play games and you're thinking about maybe buying a few, Steam is a great place to get into it because you get a lot of unique indie games and everything that are fun and simple.
Yeah,
and you get them for pretty cheap. So
yeah, sometimes they'll have them even on sale for like 99 cents, and you can pick it up. Steam's great. Oh, it's such a great product. Mm-hmm. I'm just scared that one day they're gonna lose a bunch of money or go bankrupt
and then just shut down.
Just shut down. You just lost all your games.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Oh, it'll never happen." Don't never say never.
Yeah,
look what happened. There's already been a couple digital comics stores that have shut down completely.
Yep.
And yes, they did let you to download them, which was cool, but
they could have easily
just said no. Yep,
it's done. It's over with.
Sorry.
Speaking of going back to old cartoons,
and a movie that people didn't like, I loved it.
The Wachowski brothers or the Wachowski siblings did it.
Wachowski sisters,
brother and sister.
Yeah.
Speed Racer.
Yes,
is having a new series that's going to be in the work. That's going to be a little bit more geared. They're going to take like a heavier tone to it.
Here he comes.
Here comes Speed Racer. You know, he's a demon on wheels.
And he's coming after someone.
We don't actually know too much about Speed Racer other than that.
Other than the title song, which we listen to all the time, and the fact that I like the movie. John Goodman. Is he still alive? Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, it's John Candy that I always forget. I always get those two mixed up.
They're both fat guys with the first name John.
John Goodman plays Speed Racer's dad, he's the one that built the Mach 5. Mm-hmm. And I think that the graphics in it are fantastic. I love the races.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm a sucker for race car shows.
Yeah,
I really
that's true,
am.
Actually.
And
Talladega Nights is like your holy grail.
Not really, but I think it's hilarious.
Yes. That's actually all I have for the news this week.
There was not much.
No, it's been kind of slow, which is, not good for us. But we do have casting couch stuff to get to still.
Yeah, we got a little bit.
So we have a confirmation for Colossus in the Deadpool movie. He's going to be played by Andre, not the giant, but Andre Tricoteau. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's been in, what is he?
He's 6'10" and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
he is what? He was in Once Upon a Time and Seventh Son recently, but look at him walking like next to one of the other actresses, Brianna Hildenbrand.
Oh yeah,
he is just ginormous.
He doesn't look that buff though.
Well, if you look at it, it's a lot of motion capture stuff, so they're just they'll touch him up. So,
okay. Speaking of Deadpool,
yeah,
Ryan Reynolds says they have wrapped up filming.
Woohoo!
They are done, which means they're going to go into post-processing or post-production.
That means trailers soon.
Yep, exactly. Is it coming out next year?
It is coming out, I believe, in March of next year.
Oh, we're going to get a trailer in August, guys. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that.
So, Scott, really quick, we're really close to our 1-year anniversary.
That's true. In July,
podcast, I believe. Yeah, was it July? Middle of July?
I think it was middle of July. Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Actually, we need to look for sure because I know we've skipped a few weeks.
Yeah.
So just because we're not on episode 52 doesn't mean we've actually had a year.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be more like 49 or something like that. Yeah. I think we've skipped 3 episodes.
But we do have a special thing planned we're going to do for our 1-year anniversary.
So be on the lookout for that.
So check that out.
Let's move on, though. William Fichtner. You know him. He was not Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This guy.
Not Shredder. Yeah,
not Shredder.
Yeah. He was the not Shredder.
He was the guy who was supposed to be Shredder, but they changed.
Did they change that like at the last minute, or did they? I think they changed a plan all along?
I think they changed it during post-production. Just because.
That's true, because the scene with him talking to the Dojo Master Shredder dude. looks really out of place.
Yeah, it looks like
really
they rushed
weird
to get that done.
But then again, it was also, partially worked on by Michael Bay, so what do you expect?
He was also the bank host in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, the one
that has the shotgun and the mafia bank guy. But he's going to be in Independence Day 2.
Okay.
Which is kind of exciting.
I'm not that meh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of meh about this.
Speaking of Shredder, his daughter has been cast for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Is she going to don the Shredder suit as well?
I hope so. Maybe she'll look better than the regular Shredder.
I don't know. Brittany
Ishibashi. I've never heard of her before.
Do we have a normal picture of
Recent
her?
roles include Grace and Frankie, Bones, and Emily. I don't know.
Nope, we don't.
Yep. I really don't care too much. I'm just bringing it up because we've talked about other casting stuff for TMNT 2.
This one, actually, we got a lot to talk about for this one. There's a lot of controversy.
So, Doctor Strange is coming.
Yes. And we've got Benedict Cumberbatch. He's our Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
He was confirmed.
And Tilda Swinton, who is in Chronicles of Narnia. She is the White Queen.
The White Queen. Mm-hmm.
And in Constantine, she's Gabriel, the Archangel.
Which, fantastic role.
Yep.
She's also in another movie that I really want to see, where I bet you if I tell you about this, you'll love it too.
Okay. But she is actually up for the role of the Ancient One, which is the person who trains Doctor Strange. Notoriously an old Japanese or Asian gentleman. So this is really weird that they're going this direction, but I kind of like it.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of controversy about her. So, first of all, the movie I want to tell you about is called Only Lovers Left Alive, and it's her and Tom Hiddleston.
Wow.
Playing opposite role or opposed to each other. Mm-hmm. They are lovers and they're vampires. They've been alive for thousands of years, and they're both getting kind of tired of vampiring, basically.
All right.
Apparently, it is an amazing movie.
Okay.
So
I'm interested.
Check that out.
Yeah.
But
what's the controversy around this? I mean, besides the fact that it's a white girl going up for an Asian male role.
That's exactly what the controversy is. So people are freaking out about this, about the fact that they're taking someone, the Ancient One, which is in the comics, he's a Asian male.
Yeah.
An older Asian male, and they're replacing it with a white British lady. To me, I don't give a crap.
I think it's great.
I'm going to ask you a question right now, and this should solve every controversy problem.
Okay.
Do you care about the Ancient One from the comics?
No.
Exactly. Done over.
Yeah.
Who cares who plays the Ancient One?
It's not an Ancient One movie. It's a Doctor Strange movie.
It's not called the Ancient Dude.
Yeah.
Or the Ancient Man. Or the Ancient Guy. Dude. It's the Ancient One, which means it could be any person.
Yeah.
It's just,
So what we're trying to say is, calm the F down, geeks.
Calm your geek tits. Seriously. Just calm them down.
They get all sweaty underneath.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The underboob sweat.
This next one, actually, I'm excited for, though I'm kind of disappointed that he's not going to be Green Lantern now.
Yeah.
Chris Pine is currently up for the role of Steve Trevor in the Wonder Woman movie.
Some of the reason why he might not be Green Lantern is because that's another space-based character, and they want him to. If you see him in space, you want to say, "Oh, Kirk."
Yeah,
Kirk. They don't want you to see him in space and go, "Oh, Green Lantern on a starship." That's weird. Yeah. But he is Steve Trevor, which is Wonder Woman's liaison to Themyscira. He's kind of with He's with Argus now.
Yeah.
In the New 52, which is basically Argus is basically a ripoff.
He was a pilot
/ clone of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. So. He's a pilot who ended up crash landing on
originally.
Themyscira.
Yeah. Originally. They kind of retcon that now. He's not. But originally, back in the 60s, he crashed on Themyscira, the island. They were going to kill him. Wonder Woman decided against it. The Wonder Woman's mom said, "Hey, why don't you take him back to America and become
the ambassador,
for us." So,
which, if you think about it in that regard, she's a very bad ambassador because she breaks all kinds of laws all the time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care either.
Oh,
we're going to talk about
it. Okay.
And that was the last thing for the casting couch. So let's actually really quickly talk about. We actually watched the Wonder Woman pilot. back
we watched 2 pilots.
Mm-hmm.
So, did we talk about?
We talked about Supergirl.
Oh, we did
already.
talk about
Mhm.
it. That's right.
So we actually got a copy of the Wonder Woman pilot from 2011. I want to say
yes.
that was going to star Adriana Palicki as Wonder Woman / Diana Prince / Diana Themyscira, I think is
Yeah.
yeah. And it was also going to star Carrie Elways and
they made a pilot for
Elizabeth
it.
Hurley.
Yeah, which to me that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
She's I mean, not that she's a bad actress.
No, it was
just she didn't. I was like,
her. So let's talk about. Okay,
yeah.
so it was very interesting, and we had fun with it, but we could tell it was a bad TV show.
well, you could see exactly why they didn't make it. Why they didn't go through with it.
And one of the problems that I had is back when they showed Adriana Palicki as Wonder Woman, they had her in pants. They had the Wonder Woman pants on her, on the bottom, and everybody freaked out because they were like, Wonder Woman doesn't wear pants, she wears the bikini bottom, and blah blah blah. And about 3/4 of the way through the pilot, she switches over to wearing the classic Wonder Woman bikini bottom.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
we went,
huh?
No, she looks worse.
Yeah, she looked way worse.
She looked totally bad. Because let's face it, live action, that doesn't work. It really doesn't.
Nope. It works great in cartoons and in the comics because it's all drawn and it's all
you can make them look however you want, but it really did not look good.
It was strange. The action sequences were actually not bad.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
They were pretty good.
When she's running through and she like leaps like 50 feet through the air
to catch someone. She's really good. She uses the lasso really good.
Yep. And there were some VFX things that weren't done.
Right. But even then they weren't. It wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't.
Like you could still see the wires from when they were leaping through the air because they hadn't.
That was the best.
That was funny.
Yes.
And it wasn't like they tried to hide the wires. I mean, they were plainly visible.
Yeah, they were like, we were going to CGI these out.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just showing this pilot off before we touch everything up.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't rate it very high.
Yeah, I can give it about a 2.
Yeah, it was about 2 for me. Yeah. 2 out of 5.
I think it could have done better these days, but I'm kind of glad we didn't get it because that could have set back superhero movies, TV shows. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
WB came down and said, "Hey, no."
Actually, I think this was going to be NBC that was going to show this.
Okay, but WB still has the rights to it.
Yeah.
That is one thing that DC has done that Marvel failed on.
Mm-hmm.
DC has kept the rights to all of their characters.
Now, to be fair, Marvel had to sell the rights to stay afloat. They were going bankrupt.
That's true.
They had to sell the rights off for some of their characters so that they could continue being a company. Yeah. So you can't really blame Marvel for selling them off. It sucks that they did, but they did what they had to do.
I can blame them for not handling their company properly at first.
And you know what? I really think it's fine. It's fine. Without selling those rights off, we would have gotten different movies. We wouldn't have gotten the Avengers that we have today. We wouldn't have gotten the geekdom that we have today.
That's true.
Like people would not have seen Iron Man. I mean, there wouldn't have been. They would have just gone to Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men. That's pretty much their entire block.
The 3 franchises that Spider-Man not so much as the others, but we don't really care about. At least me and Cory. We don't care about X-Men. We don't care about Fantastic Four. We are going to go see the new Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. We'll go see Age of Apocalypse because X-Men's getting pretty good.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past is really good. First Class is really good.
I'm excited to see it, but I'm not. I don't have as much investment in those comic book characters as I do, say, the Avengers.
We're also slightly bitter at them because of the whole not playing well with Marvel, because Marvel's reached out to Fox a few times and Sony, and was like, hey, let us use Spider-Man in
let us use
universe,
the X-Men,
or the Fantastic Four. And
it's
and
mostly
like,
Fox these days.
Yeah. Well, Sony understands now, after the flop that was The Amazing Spider-Man 2,
mm-hmm. They know,
hey, Marvel knows what they're doing, and we need their help.
Yeah.
So they're cool with playing ball right now. So until their movies get really good and popular, and then they'll stop getting help from Marvel.
Yeah, and then
they'll screw it up again, and they'll bring help from Marvel, and eventually it'll either get reverted back to Marvel rights completely, or it'll just go through this continuous cycle of good movies, bad movies, good movies. Because like the first 2 Raimi movies, great, great. Third one's terrible.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man, meh. Second one,
So I have to be a pessimist here. I think we've maybe got about 5 to 7 more years of superhero movie greatness before everything falls apart, before the bubble bursts.
you think so? Because there's
So 7 more years of this podcast.
there will always. I think now that they've tapped into it, there will always be superhero movies, whether it's reboots, sequels, prequels, alternate universes. I mean, we're talking like comics from Image, Vertigo, Dark Horse.
Okay,
We've got all these other different things other than DC and Marvel.
So 5 years from now, we get things like Invincible, The Boys. What was the other one? What's the one? Irredeemable.
Yeah.
We get those as the comic book superhero movies.
Why the Last Man?
Yeah, because
Saga.
the community, like the superhero community, has changed from this. We're the great superheroes. We're going to do everything we want to kind of, we're the kind of darker superheroes. We're going to kill people because they need, people need to die, kind of thing. That's where it's kind of gone in comics, and then movies followed that trend. Now comics have followed the trend of not everything is hunky dory for the superheroes.
Right.
Everything is kind of twisted, and superheroes aren't the great people you make them out to be, and then I think the movies are going to follow that trend. I think we'll see a lot more of corruption going on.
I hope, because there's like Sin City and Watchmen, there are so many good graphic novels out there that could be made that are just awesome. And they don't have to be superheroes with superpowers. I mean, Why the Last Man? What a fantastic comic book series.
Yeah,
that could be turned into a movie or into a TV series. And look how awesome that'd be. The Walking Dead, perfect example. Here's a comic book series that no one thought would be very good, and it's just kind of amazing.
It is.
Yeah, it's not following the comics, but you know what? It still is really good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So,
all right, well, let's go ahead and get into our trailers and videos.
Behold, it is me, Thor, son of Odin and protector of mankind. Check out my pecs.
Your pecs are epic.
Thanks, bro.
all right, time for trailers and videos.
Yep. So, not a lot, but some good ones this week, actually.
I will not ask you to check out my pecs like Thor did. So, first one on
They're
my list.
They're all right, everybody. Just take my word for it.
No, don't look at me like that. Stop undressing me with your eyes.
Sharknado.
Yes.
Nice t-shirt.
That's the shirt I'm wearing. So the very first one I've got on our list today is a video called Taking the Plunge.
Now, usually I show these to you.
Yes.
I was surprised to see you bring up a CG animated movie.
So it is I don't know if the guy's like an art school kid or something like that. But anyway, someone made a movie along the lines of a Pixar short.
Yeah.
And 6 minutes long. And it is basically the adventure of him proposing to his girlfriend
on a dock,
loosening the ring in the water, dives into the water with a scuba suit, and all kinds of craziness ensues with a funny little cute octopus and a big mean shark and a bunch of other fish. And, no audio other than just sound effects.
Yeah,
there's no talking or anything.
Basically a Pixar short,
which it's great.
And
it's really good.
It does have that Pixar feel, and it looks great. So,
I mean, there were a little bit. There was one or two times where I could say, "Oh, hey, you needed to work on the animation just a little bit more," but it didn't detract from the whole thing. Check it out; it's awesome. It's only on Vimeo right now, so we'll put a link on Facebook this week for it. But it's fun. I thought it was really fun.
It is really, and the next one is really cool too.
Yeah. We all love Lego.
Yes.
Everyone loves Lego. I mean, who doesn't like, a toy
Moms
that you
at 3 a.m.
That's true. Or dads. Anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone that's ever stepped on a caltrop, a Lego caltrop.
Ow.
It is a guy made a Lego FPS, first person shooter, first person spectator.
Adventure,
of a whole bunch of different games made as Lego. First one's Portal. The next one's BioShock, Counter-Strike, Skyrim in it as well. And they're all done with Lego characters, Lego effects, and holy crap, they're good.
I would play any of those Lego games if they came out with them.
Yeah, Portal, BioShock looked awesome. Skyrim looked amazing.
I want to play Lego Skyrim so bad.
Get a Lego Skyrim mod. Check it out. It's really cool. It's only a couple minutes long. Yep.
We also have a small trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy, the animated trailer. Now, we got a trailer of this back, I believe, when Comic-Con came out last year. But we got a little bit more of Groot, a little bit more of Rocket. Looked pretty good, but they basically show you about 10 seconds of new footage and then go back to the trailer that you've seen. So
all I'm going to say is I'm still going to watch the animated series. I'll probably watch it all the time. Hopefully it's good, because Marvel doesn't have that many good animated series.
No, not since they got rid of Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which was a terrible shame.
I mean, even like Wolverine and the X-Men, that was okay. It wasn't that good though. Yeah, but maybe it's just because it's the X-Men and I don't really care that much about them.
Like anytime any of the X-Men appears on in a comic or something, I'm not like, yeah, the X-Men are here. It's like, oh look, there's Wolverine and there's Colossus and there's
Cyclone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty then. This coming from the guy who gets the X-Men comic out of the two of us. We also got a fan film for Static Shock.
Oh.
Yeah. It's about 13 minutes long, and we finally get to see some Static Shock powers at about 10 or 11 minutes.
11, yeah.
It
is. So we just kind of jumped through it real quick. And it is basically not Static Shock. It's two people look angrily at each other.
Yeah, and then one of them...
It seemed like every single spot that I skipped to every 30 seconds, when we watched a few seconds, it was always those two people arguing or talking to each other, and they always had a scowl on each other's face.
And then at one point, one of them pulls out lightning powers.
Yeah.
Or static powers.
I love Static Shock. I think the cartoon was fantastic.
Cartoon was so good.
He's great in the comics. He's a very underused part of DC.
Yeah.
And I really think they need to do either another TV show, and if they're going to do a live action one, let the CW handle it like they handled The Flash.
Yep.
Or if you're going to do a cartoon one, I think they should put him on maybe the Teen Titans that's coming out. Put him on the Teen Titans, because I don't know if he'll do good on his own, but put him on the Teen Titans as maybe a leader, someone who's been there for a while and has done the stuff. Or I think it'd be really cool. Really cool.
Scott, why don't you talk about this next one? This is your bag.
Yeah. So Comedy Central had it was kind of a funny short clip of anything Bill Nye's in, I'm all over. Like I'll watch it all the time. I think it's great.
And this is kind of a parody on Cosmos.
Yes. So he's talking and he's like, the universe, a vast expanse of gas, dust, and energy.
Yeah.
And he's like, for years, scientists have wondered what it was
for,
but now we've made an impressive discovery. And then he kind of like looks off into the distance, and it zooms into
two girls in a coffee
shop, and they're like, I was playing with my phone while I was driving, I made a wrong turn, I drove in front of a vitamin shop, and that was the universe's way of telling me I need to get in shape, you know. And so basically he talks a little more about now the universe we know is just a vast...
It's just a way for young white chicks to know exactly what they need to do in their lives.
Right. And it's just a funny comedy. It is not safe for work as far as the swears go. It doesn't have anything else but the swears in it. So, if you're at work and you can get in trouble for that kind of stuff, don't watch it.
The next one actually came from my wife, Casey. She posted this on the our Facebook page, I believe. So thank her for that. It is a groovy teaser trailer for Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yes. It shows blood dripping off of a chainsaw. And then
Ash...
He says, groovy, and starts it up.
Yep, and it's attached to his hand and everything. It's really good.
Is Bruce Campbell coming back?
Yes, Bruce Campbell is coming back.
He's playing Ash? Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm super excited for it.
That's amazing, because when I watch him on Burn Notice back in the day, all I could think about was Evil Dead.
Yeah, he's such a great... I love Bruce Campbell and anything that he does.
He was in Spider-Man 2, I believe.
1, 2, and 3, I believe. I think he was in all three of them. Number 2, he was the...
Usher,
yep. And then I can't remember what he was for the other ones, but I think he was a cameo in all of them. So
yep, he took the Stan Lee cameo acting school,
Stan Lee school for cameo acting.
And then the last one, definitely not the least,
where this clip came from at the top of the trailer,
the one that you heard, Kung Fury. It is a 30-minute long trailer of everything you've ever seen in a 1980s movie mashed together as a big action movie. It's a kung fu movie. It's an action movie. It's a giant robot movie. It's a time travel movie. It's a hacker movie. It's it's beautiful.
Do you like 80s movies?
I mean,
do you like how cheesy 80s movies are?
Here's some lines for it. Yeah, that's my bicep. Or
crap. It's a laser raptor.
I thought those went extinct 1,000 years ago. What time is it? The Viking time. That explains the laser raptor. And then my favorite so far is, wait a minute. If I use the correct computer algorithms, I can hack you through time. I mean, it sounds so dumb and cheesy, but first of all, super well done.
Yes.
And they
even manages to look like an 80s movie and yet still look like a modern movie.
Yes.
And
check it out. It's so funny.
And again, it's not safe for work. It's about 30 minutes long, so just sit down and enjoy a nice... Oh man, it's just so crazy.
I was laughing. I was laughing so hard in the first 4 minutes. Oh my gosh,
like 30 seconds for me. Like I was just like,
true.
Yes.
I mean, a guy uses a skateboard to flip a cop car in the air. So
I forgot about that. That's literally the first scene, and I was like, what made me laugh so hard?
I got your permit right here. Alrighty.
Well, yeah, not very many trailers
not
or videos.
Not many. I don't know if
it's the slow week.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully next. Come on, guys. Hey, Warner Brothers, release some more crap, okay?
No kidding.
More than just set photos. I guess we could talk about the set photos that were released.
I'm gonna take a little side note here, and I'm gonna go on a rant.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Scott
go on
rants. Do we need a clip for it?
No. I'm gonna go on a rant about Suicide Squad, and about just stop posting insider views and leaked photos and leaked clips. First of all, we know it's a bunch of crap. They're not leaked.
Yeah.
There's a person there with a crappy camera or a crappy phone with a crappy camera recording these. And then Warner Brothers is releasing them periodically.
Yep.
First of all, you're releasing so much stuff that I don't even want to see the movie now. I'm getting to the point where the last thing I want to do is see the movie.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so much of this leaked garbage from it. I understand. I love Harley Quinn. Fantastic character. But just because every single leak has her in it doesn't mean it's going to get me excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because the Joker's in it. Now we know Batman's in it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been okay with a Suicide Squad without Batman. I'd been fine with that. I'd been fine with the Suicide Squad without Joker.
Warner Brothers can't do a movie without Batman.
Apparently not.
Nope. He has to be everywhere.
I'm so sick and tired about this that every time I see anything with the word Suicide Squad, I skip right over it.
Yeah.
I don't click on it. I don't look at it. I don't give a crap. I don't care anymore. I mean, I'm sorry if that's opposite of how you feel. Please send me an email.
Yeah.
Send me a message. I would love to discuss it with you and why it actually excites you anymore. To me, I hate it. I'm getting to the point where it drives me crazy. There's my rant.
All right.
I'm
Scott rant.
I can't do it anymore, Cory.
You're fine.
I can't do it anymore.
You calm down? We're good?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think?
I actually have to agree with you. I think that they're revealing a little too much. And David Ayer, the guy who was doing the movie, came out and said, we haven't really given away our surprises, or they haven't really given away our surprises yet. You know,
till the trailer comes out.
Mm-hmm. So
then they'll do like a Terminator Genesis, and they'll reveal the entire plot.
I think that's like the biggest geek flop of the year is that Terminator Genesis trailer. It made me not want to watch the movie.
That comes out of the next month.
I think sometime next month.
Yeah. Couple days, couple weeks.
Let's go ahead, move on. We'll get into our picks of the week.
Hey, don't I know you?
I don't think so.
Something about that chin. I know! You're Bruce Wayne, the boy billionaire!
Time to tell you what we've been really geeking out about this week. Scott, why don't you go ahead and start?
Sure. So, my pick of the week this week is Mad Max.
We already talked
about
it?
not just the movie. We all love Legos, like we talked about earlier, and we so far all love Mad Max. I haven't met a single person that hated it.
I've heard of a few, but they're a rare species.
Yeah. So most people love Mad Max on the movie, and they thought that it was great. And the vehicles are crazy. We all know that. Those are awesome. Well, someone decided to turn Legos into the Mad Max vehicles, and oh my gosh, they look fantastic.
Absolutely.
Lego, if you're seeing them, make them. I will buy them. I will go out and spend my hard-earned money.
They got like
these.
spikes and spears all over them.
They've got like a war. What do they call it? A war wagon? Or something? Or a?
I think.
What's it called?
What is it called?
Yeah, I think it was called a. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think of like a war wagon. It's the big semi one.
Yeah, semi pulling all kinds of stuff. It got spikes all over it. It's got guns. It's got
people riding on top.
So cool. Someone recreated the giant speaker truck
for the guitarist.
Yep, it has the guitarist,
and it's even got the drummers on the back.
Yes, it has the drummers on the back. And then my favorite is Immortum Joe's one with the big wheels in the back. It's all jacked
the Giga
up.
Horse.
Yeah, it's two Cadillacs stacked on top of each other, and in this case the guy took two Ecto-1s from Ghostbusters and molded them together.
That is awesome,
and it looks fantastic.
It looks sick.
And also, did you notice the Lego characters all have like mohawks and stuff?
They have mohawks or they have crazy headgear on.
Yep. And wow, very impressive. Whoever you are, I think it gives us the name at the top there. Lego Builder Will. I don't know who that is. I think he's got a website or a YouTube channel, but he recreated them all. So
awesome!
Congratulations. We will post this on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
go check this guy out and like his stuff, and Instagram and all that other fun junk.
So mine is a something fun that you can add to your keyboard if you're so inclined. Little geeky keyboard covers. These are basically single key covers. You can get everything from anime stuff to Captain America's shield. You can get a Baymax symbol, and they just slide on over one of your keys on your keyboard.
Do they stick? Or if they're like kind of sticky.
I think they're a little clip, like they clip into place. They got a bunch of different Iron Man heads. They have the Avengers symbol that I want to get for my A key.
Oh, you know what these are?
What?
These aren't over. They don't slide over. They replace.
Oh,
it's so if you have a mechanical keyboard, which a lot of gamers and stuff do because they like the feel of the keys better. The keys are all the same, the way that they make them, and these actually are you pull the old ones off and swap the new ones on.
Well, there you go. They're pretty cool. I like them, but I looked at the price on them. They're $28.50 a piece.
Yeah, mechanical keyboards are very expensive. They're like in the $150 up range.
But they're cool. I would recommend at least going to look at them and just enjoying a little trip down keyboard lane.
That would be I'd be interested to see like a keyboard covered in those, how it would feel under your fingers, because they wouldn't be smooth. They'd all have bumps and stuff.
They have different symbols. You're like, there's a guy coming at me. I better hit the Captain America button to block, you know.
Exactly. Or to throw my weapon at him.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for the Acts of Geekery podcast this week. Kind of a short episode just because everything's kind of weak this week.
It's a week.
It's a week. But if you have a suggestion for Pick of the Week or a news article that you would like us to talk about or something, you can go to actsofgeekery@gmail.com. Well, you don't go there. You email us at actsofgeekery@gmail.com.
A place you can go is facebook.com/actsofgeekery. You can leave us a message or post on one of our comments. We'd love to hear from you, and we are very active on that. So if you post anything, we comment back on it.
Yep. Last week we reviewed all of the TV shows that came out this summer that have ended. So that was pretty fun. You can check out those reviews.
Check out our ratings and our reviews.
You can go to twitter.com. We are at Acts of Geekery, or just use the hashtag Acts of Geekery and we'll find you.
Yep. You can always find us on youtube.com as well. You search for Acts of Geekery, and we have every one of our videos up there. And we always post. We're a little behind, but I'm catching up. Don't worry, you'll get them all. And anything else, there's always other stuff we do too as well. But last but not least, let's talk about, in order to continue doing our podcast,
what we love.
We love doing this. We love you guys. We want more listeners. We want a bigger fan community. We want to be able to interact with all of you.
Yeah.
iTunes or iTunes, the program, is probably the easiest place to get our podcast.
You can go and subscribe. It downloads automatically whenever you bring up the app. Or
one thing that we would love is if you can go out and you can rate us and review us. Give us it doesn't even have to be long. I mean, it can be short, little like, I love these guys, or they smell like nerds. Whatever you want to do.
It's true, we do smell like nerds.
The candy, not the stink. But if you just go give us a rating, go ahead and give us a review. If we can get enough of those, we can get thrown on the new and noteworthy. We can get even more subscribers, even more listeners. We continue doing this every single week for you guys. So I just wanted to put that out there. Make sure you go to iTunes and make a free account. It's totally free. Even if it could be something like ABCDEFGHJKLMNOP. Doesn't matter what your. No, I'm serious.
Your account name. Yeah,
your account name doesn't have to be anything spectacular or interesting. Just leave us a review. We love those reviews. It helps us a lot. Helps us get more readers, and we can start. We get a bigger fan base. We can start doing more things. We can start doing events. We can start doing giveaways, things like that.
Oh yeah, if we get people interested, like if we get to the point where we can contact people and say, hey, we're kind of a big deal.
Or a medium-sized deal.
We can get review stuff. We can get stuff early that we can tell you about. Review to movies.
Yep. We can get products and stuff. We can
to give away and everything like that. And all of those are ACTS, not AXE. Well, Scott, I know I'm going to go review our podcast as soon as this episode's over.
I will as well, shamelessly.
Yep. So until next time, I'm Cory.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the Brothers Geek.
Keep geeking out.
They can take our lives, but they can never take our fandom.